Tonight we have a lot of celebrations, especially recognitions. But before that, I wanted to specially introduce our former board president, Daniel Bobet, all the way through over from Texas to join us. You need to stand up so people know aware of your experience. And we also have very soon we're going to approve the contract. So our new superintendent, Aaron O'Neill. Would you like to introduce two of your sons here?
I would. Thank you so much. So I have 6 children, and 2 of them are going to be joining me tonight. Jack is from Seattle, and Jared currently living in Sacramento.
Thank you. We also appreciate that you all can be here. Okay, now let's start at the recognitions.
We're going to call you up to introduce Chris from DGDG, our Business Partner of the Year. Chris, you can come on up.
Hello?
Right here.
Well, thank you very much, board members, Superintendent Lynch, for inviting me to speak a little bit about our Business Partner of the Year. Representing the Del Grande Dealer Group is Mr. Chris Coombs, the head of HR. And just want to thank the entire Del Grande Group organization for all their help they have given us in the last few years, and just renewed our partnership. I first met Chris and many of the managers down with the dealer group through the NATEV certification 2 years ago. We were scurrying around trying to find dealership representation as we were getting our 5-year reaccreditation, and they came through for us. They answered the call. Our Metro Ed Foundation and we brought them in, and they were wonderful, and as they were examining our program. A couple of things that they've done for us, there's so many, but some highlights: career readiness seminars, talking with students, and getting them a sense of what it's like to work at a professional automotive dealership group. Also, we would not have Ford or Hyundai organization here without their partnership, because both of those programs need local representation. So we're partnered with the OEM manufacturers, but we need their partnership, and they've come through. Car show displays, they're always here with a wonderful display of many cars. And participating, they roll up, they put out their tent, they have a whole show for us, a lot of cool cars, and generous financial donations. So wonderful. They're always at our college and career fair, participating and answering questions for our students of what it's like to be working in the auto industry. And even tomorrow, our first field trip is planned, as we're going to get on a bus, go 1 mile down the street, and visit several dealerships and be hosted by their entire organization. So I can't say enough about them. And at this point, I just want to thank Chris, who's representing the dealer group, and what a well-deserved award it is to them.
Would you like to share some words?
Sure.
I think for representing Del Grande Dealer Group and the DGDG Does Good Foundation, we believe in community. All of our people live here, grew up here, and we don't believe there's anything more important than what public education can do and does do for the community, and it's vital, we think, to be good citizens and to create good citizens and to help keep the San Jose area vibrant. And so we're very excited to partner with Alyssa and the team here and Tom. And we see this more than a financial piece. We see it more, how do we support you? How do we support the board? How do we support the school? How do we support the students? And so we're really excited to have this partnership and excited to watch it continue to grow. So thank you for this recognition.
I'm just going to add a few things, and then we're going to give you your certificate, and we'll take a picture. Correct me if I'm wrong, that despite it being Hyundai and Ford, but we just had 2 cars that were donated. And I think that you're connected to that somehow. Am I correct on that?
Tom would have to answer.
We would not have
Right.
Ford or Hyundai
Right.
at our school without dealers like DGD. They are our outstanding partners.
We had a Ford Explorer that was donated yesterday.
Right.
And then we had our electric vehicle Hyundai last month that was also donated.
That is correct.
Right, and then we had you here at the grand opening for the electric vehicle program where you brought 3 cars.
Right.
Right, okay, that's why you're business partner of the year. Turn around, face the audience.
I'm watching. Sorry.
He was out at the car show. It was super cool cars.
You're going to buy one.
Yeah, he was turning the Corvette on to Spearman, right? Okay, his colleagues did that.
Do we have video of it?
Yeah.
Jump?
Yeah, yes, it jumped, yeah. All right, we got your picture, so you're welcome to leave now, thank you.
Just season start.
Thank you, Tom and Chris.
Thank you, both of you, Tom and Chris. Appreciate it.
All right, Jeff, are you introducing our film and video teacher? Next, we have our film and video production students.
Good evening, Superintendent Lynch, members of the board. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Furtado and his students. They've received several recognitions recently. I'm going to let them explain the recognitions. Not only do they participate in Skills USA, but they also go out to outside events like film festivals and other schools, and they've performed really well. It's actually, I see Mr. Furtado is busy. Is there a student here that would like to come up and tell us a little bit about the recognition? Winston.
Okay, we have all the students come up here.
And welcome back, Winston.
Yes.
Hi again, everyone. How are you guys doing today?
Can we first have all the students introduce yourself and your high school? Thank you.
My name is Alex Rick. I go to Brennan High School.
My name is Rosie Almond, and I go to Greenwich School.
My name is Evelyn Luna. I go to Lucas High School. I'm Andrew Wells. I'm from Lucas High School.
My name is Moises Lizardo. I go to Oak Grove High School.
I'm Maria Esquivel. I go to High School.
My name is Aaron Chen, and I go to Angel High School.
I'm Jacob Verdemeyer, and I go to Greenwood High School.
So, here we are again. So a thing that Mr. Furtado likes to instill in us from the very beginning is, just as filmmakers, you don't really have very many tangible things to put on a resume. And one of those few things are film festivals and awards. So anytime we have anything that we're eligible to enter, we try to get things in there. Even if you don't think you're gonna win, or if you don't really have much faith in your work, you still enter it in the hopes that you could get a nomination or obviously the goal is to win. But yeah, so awards like this just come from us, giving it a shot and just us entering our films and festivals. I think today we're going to talk about the viral video contest, which is a contest held on by the Santa Clara Health Office, and it's to make a PSA to talk about the rise of STIs and STDs and to destigmatize it in the youth community, as well as the Luminescence Film Festival, which is a film festival actually held in Palo Alto, and it's completely student run, and it's just a group of seniors our age that put it on. And there was 13 showings, 13 films from different groups, 7 or 8 of which were all from SVCTE, so go us.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for now. And Mr. Furtado here is
Yeah.
come up and say something.
I don't do a lot of public speaking, but and I'm always going to talk great about like Metro Ed. We were just talking about. I'm really proud of all my students and all the hard work they did this semester. I think a big part with working in the motion picture industry is we're an army of people that are invisible. We all go home tonight or tomorrow or this weekend. We queue up something on Netflix or Paramount Plus or whatever, and we don't even think about the army of individuals that bring this imaginary world to life. And my students are aspiring to work in the motion picture industry. And I have tons of successful students working down in LA, here in the Bay Area. It's really fun to reconnect with them. And Allison and Leslie and Winston and everybody, Maria and Miss Osborne, I'm sorry, Aaron and Moises and Angie, they're all wonderful. They're wonderful students. They're working really hard. And I guess one of the students who wasn't able to make it tonight, he had mentioned to me about the Luminescence Film Festival, and I was like, oh, what's that? And he said it was a high school run film festival. And I was like, that's right, because I have 100 things, plates spinning in the air. And it was always one of my visions for Metro Ed to enter. So we know about our winning in Skills USA. For film, it's festivals, film festivals. When we place, as I tell the students, when they place in a festival, you won. Like, once you get in a festival, you won. And we were astonished with, boom, we got into the whole gamut. We took up half the film festival, the Luminescence Film Festival, and next year, almost all of it. And I forgot to share, we also placed in the fall at the Sweden Film Festival, which is held in Fresno, California. So the Sweden we won't get to show those, but those are, you take a trailer, which was an assignment that I gave them in the fall, and they make a trailer, and they try to replicate the exact trailer of any movie, and they're hilariously, they're comedic in their stylings. And we ended up taking a sizable chunk of that festival as well, so that we didn't get that on the program yet. So I just want, they're immensely talented students. I'm really proud of them. We're all really proud of them. It's great to see our film festival, which I got to plug, is going to be Friday the 24th. We're all invited at 6 to 8 p.m. We're going to have red carpet. The kids are going to be dressed up. And if you really want to see the talent, kind of like edit, want to see what they've been making all year long, that's the time to. You can see all of our videos on the YouTube channel, SVCT Film. So.
We have more students approach us here.
Jose. So yeah, you want to see the award-winning second place winner, which 2 years in a row we placed second place. Remember last year we talked, we had a second place winner last year as well. Without further ado.
Let me put you on real quick. down for me. And let me tell you why this guy on the floor called his eyes sexy. She did it. She put it down for a moment and educate. Well, that's easy. Can you explain? I want to be safe, but I'm trying to get brain.
When you get ready, you gotta use protection to the of your age. This is the condom you should use if you're in sex to protect from infection in that pregnant sex.
Really get arrested? No, but you should use it, and after that, you get tested.
Relax about condoms.
What if they bring? Came at no sweat, it's a simple mistake. These things happen, getting tested is right. I got tested yesterday, and so did my skate. The river is safe, you can call me FedEx.
Sorry, real quick. My class is pretty unique in one unique sense that former alumni and former students previous semesters and current students, and even we actually had students that had signed up for next year collaborate on productions throughout the whole year, which is kind of furthering my original vision of kind of an intergenerational, like paying it forward and back. So the students are actually, it's kind of fun seeing students at community college come back, star in productions, and then hire my students. So it's kind of cool.
Any comment from the board?
Yes, Mr. Furtado?
Yes.
Did you say, or did I miss it, that the film festival is here a week from this Friday night?
It's in this very room.
In this room, 6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, watching that video, it's very, very entertaining. But I love the work you do, the creativity, the achievement, the recognition you get, and also just the impact of being able to, just storytelling. That was telling a story, but an important one. But the ability that you have in the careers that you've chosen to influence our society, to influence this world, and to really make this world a better place in so many ways, in so many respects, it's just incredibly powerful. And just to see your passion and your enthusiasm, and it's a pleasure to be on the board, to see these things and to be exposed to this. And I wanted to get to the festival. I want to see more. Thanks.
I want to ask you a quick question. So for this video clip, you said you have done this for the Santa Clara County, the health department or whatever. So is a public things that we can share with, for example, my high school, like the SHS TV or LGHS TV, things like that? Or there's a limit, or we have to get some kind of like a copyright?
No, you can share it anywhere it's public.
That was the entire goal of this, is just to really raise awareness about rising STIs in our age demographic.
Are you aware of any of how they're going to distribute this, or they are going to promoting this one? Especially you've done this for the health department.
Yeah, I know that it's definitely posted on the Santa Clara Public Health website, and it aired on the news, and I don't think they're bringing it else.
That's right, they aired
On the Mercury, and we were on, what was that small, Cronford?
And Telemundo. Maria was highlighted on Telemundo.
Oh.
And then Allison and Leslie and Maria were highlighted on Cron 4 News.
All right, okay, great. So I will email you and get that things so we can put it on our high school, for the students. We are the student leadership group. We have our own the high school TV, things like that. Thank you. Any more comments? Thank you so much. Oh, so
With certificates for you, so.
Yeah, let me get the students lined up and then the board members behind. So I'm going to call your name, and each student can come after I call your name. You'll line up, and we'll take a picture, and then the board members will join us right here. So starting out with Maya. Looks like this one's tough. Last name is Lee, but yeah, not the thong.
She's not here.
Here. Okay, Moises Lizard. Lizardo. You step to my right, that will work. Okay. You step to my right.
You guys gotta see Moises' music video.
Jacob.
Oh, really?
Is that the best?
Aaron Trump. Is it Kevin? Devon? It's not Kevin. Jose. Saeed Marcus Rodriguez. Here. Okay, Maria Morris. Leslie Franco. Winston. I know Winston. Evelyn, Luna. Allison. And the board members want to come around. Oh, one more? Yeah, one. Oh, we're missing. I have two. Oh, stuck together.
That's Allison Cricket.
Oh, yeah, right. That's Allison. Name? We'll fix it. Angie. Angie, okay.
Come on, Amy.
Come on, Angie. You hold it like you're Angie for today, okay? We'll get that to you in the classroom.
Congratulations.
Oh, Allison, you did it.
Is the STD one from last year still there?
Yes.
This week, right? This Friday, 6 to 8.
One for editing, one for.
No, not this Friday.
This Friday.
No.
It is this Friday.
Next Friday.
Oh, next Friday. Okay.
Some of our students are actually still shooting on another project.
Oh, okay, still on the making.
Did we have some students that want to recognize their family members in the
Yes.
audience?
Yes, please do.
Are there family members in the audience?
Yeah. Can the student introduce
Your family member?
No.
Oh, well, come to the podium.
Hi. That's my family back there.
Can you introduce them?
Mom, dad, my two siblings.
Your siblings, what's their names?
Haley and Noah.
Okay.
right there.
Can we have the family member and the kids taking the picture while they're here?
We'll do Angie and her dad first.
Yeah.
Right here in the front.
Yeah. We should have invited you to come on. All And hold up your recognition. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Prada, and then the parents' support, and also amazing student. Thank you.
All right, we're on to Classified Employee of the Year. My understanding is we're going to have a presentation of a variety of different recognition that we just had last Friday at our staff appreciation lunch. So Helen Tran is our Classified Employee of the Year, and you can clearly see she's been with us for 22 years. She worked at in our credential department, in SVAE, then SVCTE, then SVAE, and now back at SVCTE. I like that story. We also recognize Helen for having the flexibility of work, because if we call her and ask her to go somewhere just to fill in for somebody, she jumps right out of her chair. She's there. So. Next. Our Teacher of the Year, just so you know, the way that it works, and it's so good for you to learn this, Erin, is every other year it's either an SVAE teacher or an SVCTE teacher. So at the different sites. This year is SVAE, our adult education. So our Teacher of the Year is Marianne Clark. And the quote is from Jaren, who's sitting right there. Thank you, Jaren. All right, next. We have Catherine Williams as our Unsung Hero of the Year. Next. Employee Years of Service. I have to tell you, in all my years here, this year we had the most number of years service land this year. So you're going to see a list of them. It's like it was 45, 35, 20, 20, 15, 5, 5, 5, and 10, you know. So go ahead and yeah, so Sandy Smith, she was here earlier today, 45 years. We love Sandy. She's our historian. Martha Larson is in our IT department, 35 years.
Wow.
20 years, Alfredo Calderon is one of our nighttime custodians and works 2 jobs. Nazila Safari is our medical assisting adult education instructor. 15 years, Sheena Fuentes in the fiscal department. 10 years, I can't believe it. Seems like the years went by so fast. Cassidy Canizero, and then Jonathan Furtado, who was just here. 5 years, you can see Tammy Garcia, medical assisting, Maria Luna, up front at SVCTE, Aaron Zoomiller in adult ed, Tom was our electric vehicle teacher, Jorge Castillo, custodian, Evan Clark, construction instructors, Bill Collins, adult education, and Liz Maria Gamboa is medical assisting. And me? Saying thank you to me? Next.
Okay,
Can somebody read that?
You want to go back to the quote?
Yeah. You want to read it? Okay. It's Alyssa's 11 years as a superintendent. Metro Ed has seen remarkable change. Her tireless dedication has reshaped what was once seen as merely a credit recovery hub into a dynamic district, creating to diverse students' needs. Today, it stands as a beacon for both college-bound achievement and those eager to jumpstart their careers. All right, so it's my turn for the retirement summary for Alyssa. Thank you everyone to attend earlier though from 4 to 5:30. We have a celebration of Alyssa's achievement, and her retirement. We have a little party over there. Right now, can you put on the egg? Okay, so Linda going to go for that.
Well, I didn't have anything to say out of the patio because quite a few other people had quite a bit to say, and I hope you can, it's not coming up as large as I wanted it to be. It says, if superintendents were eggs, Alyssa Lunch would be the perfect dozen. And I wanted to speak to the labels that I put on those eggs. So I'm going to take a minute. In fact, I'm going to take all the time I want because I'm not going to do this again. Integrity is egg number 1. Never equivocating, never any evasions or failure to act on her word. Alyssa's the sort of friend that would say, well, since you asked, Linda, no, actually those pants are not flattering, but the color's nice. Stamina. This isn't all going to be funny. It's going to get real serious. She has practiced without let-up, a total commitment in time, effort, and energy, working long days and doing more than is expected, always. Broken arm, whatever. Political savvy. She's a networker, political activist, and relationship builder and has made lasting connections with local businesses, politicians, and other education leaders. She's put us on a solid foundation that way, and that's something we hope to continue. Vision. As soon as a program starts to gain their value in the workplace, she updates and replaces it, constantly revitalizing program offerings to keep SVCTE current and relevant. And we hope that the state will not torpedo that continued effort by passing, what is that awful bill that would make employees permanent even if their area of expertise has aged out of the workforce? Yeah, we want to oppose that one. Thirst. She is an information sponge. She studies every ROP and looks at every possible model with the potential to ensure our survival. Accessible. She's out on campus and at community events all the time. Commitment. Alyssa's left no stone unturned in her effort to secure our financial future and stayed with it through some very challenging times when it looked like nothing that you tried was going to bear fruit. And in this particular year, we heard earlier a couple meetings ago, some efforts that were begun 3 years ago that have suddenly borne fruit. So she never gives up, and boy does it pay off. Persistence. She expects setbacks and looks for the way around to the next opportunity. I've never heard her waste any time in regrets, recriminations, or self-pity, ever. Persistence, I already covered that. Diplomacy. Diplomacy, good manners, and professionalism. Remember the Queen? Keep calm and carry on. That's what she does. Always pleasant and professional. And she always says it's not about me, and she means it. And we all know she means it. We've seen it. Respectful of the efforts and contributions of others. Egg number 11. Effective communicator and tireless advocate for career technical education, beginning with our own board and our partner boards and superintendents. We're always informed, we're always educated. Empathetic. She appreciates the talents of the entire team and works to keep up everyone's morale. She values that our teachers are passionate about their work and most are industry experts who go above and beyond. So that's the baker's dozen of great superintendent attributes. But a baker's dozen is 13, not 12. So what's egg number 13? One very good egg, Alyssa Lynch. Alyssa, our wish is that you stay in touch with Metro Ed always while going off to an exciting and satisfying next chapter. You leave with our thanks and our admiration.
Of course I will, you know that.
Any more comments on the fellow board member?
I'll just say something. Wow, that's fantastic. That is really awesome. Well, what I would say is that when Melissa first came on as superintendent, it was often said that this campus and these programs were a hidden gem. No more. No more. She's put us on the map. We're known extremely well in Sacramento County level in every conceivable way. She's really, but we are not a hidden gem. We are known. We are known extremely well. And her savvy in Sacramento has helped us a lot. And I know other board members have joined her going to Sacramento. I certainly have. And I have to say it's been an honor to do so. President Bobet, I call him President Bobet because he was president more than once on this board. We've gone to Sacramento on many occasions with Alyssa. She doesn't like to call herself a fighter, but she is. But she's a very intelligent and strategic fighter. And she can fight you and beat you and smile at you. And you'll feel good about it. So I think that although this is a retirement, it's just closing a very particular chapter. But new chapters will open. She's an individual that will continue to amaze us and impress us and serve because it's just part of her DNA. And I'm honored to be able to call her my friend.
Jim, in the South, they say a lady never fights on behalf of herself, only on behalf of others.
Chris?
I'd like to, if the board will indulge me, allow my time to talk about a list to be allocated to the former president, Jamiel.
Yeah, I'm going to give my minutes for Dan Bobet because he has a lot to say, and then he traveled a long way, and it can see his sincere, respect, about Alyssa's work and her achievement. And especially when I first got into the Metro Ed board, Daniel is like a mentor, for many of the new board members. And then your stage.
Get moving.
You can tell that untold story when you wanted to.
Oh no, I can't eat the egg cartons and stuff, but all of that is true. The story I was I'm Dan Bobet. I was a former board member in Milpitas, and I served 8 years here at Metro Ed, and they were the best 8 years that I've spent in the 69 years that I've been alive. So a big part of that was Alyssa. When I came here, Paul Hay was superintendent, and he retired, and we interviewed a whole bunch of superintendents, candidates for this position, and it was a tough vote, and I didn't vote for Alyssa. I'm sorry, Alyssa. But after that, Cynthia Chang, who was here earlier, Cynthia, she kicked me around a lot. And she led me and the rest of the board pretty much to agree that our real choice needed to be Alyssa. And at that time, I said, okay, I'll agree to this, but we have to agree to support her the entire time she's here. And I hope I have done that enough for you, Alyssa, because I have never seen anybody with as much strength, wisdom, and grace as you. You look up in the Bible what grace is all about. But anyway, I have seen board meetings where people have been very rude to Alyssa, and Alyssa was a very classy lady sitting there and took it all. The people don't work here anymore. And that's a good thing, because I think we took care of that. So, but in the beginning, it was the Wild West here at Metro Ed. A lot of roosters ran the hen house, and we fixed that. But it was a hard and long process. And the new superintendent, hopefully you'll never have the challenges that you get. Because in the middle of that, we had the economic downturn as well. So the districts were hurting, Metro Ed certainly hurt. The transitions to get through that and the scrambling that we had to do was amazing. Then the funding formula changed. Oh my God. With local control funding, we had no guarantee of any income at all. And now it comes through the districts. We need Alyssa to run for legislature. I'm campaigning for her. But if she ran for legislature, I'd move back. So, yes, I think she'd be wonderful. Sacramento and her are a good fit. Alyssa, you have my undying gratitude, and if there's anything I can ever do to help you in the future, feel free to call. The experience here has been wonderful, and I love being here. I wouldn't have missed this for the world. So, as we say goodbye to you, we hope you find something really good to do. So, because we all wish you well.
Thank you.
And thank you. And thank you. And thank you. The board members, oh my gosh, I have such a great relationship with all of the board members, really. Over the years, we've been a team, struggling and fighting with each other sometimes to keep this thing going. And you have no idea. Yeah. And if you ever think about being on the board, you should run for
Daniel, I treasure all your Christmas ornaments.
Oh, yes. Yes.
You always gave us ornaments with our little faces and, little names on them.
Well, I still send a Christmas ornament to Alyssa.
Wow. You know that little gal Michelle that many of you met today, and I told you she was my first year student. So, when you're running a teacher, you have no idea if they're good or not, right? You have no idea, like, do they like me, right? And so in December, Michelle walked up to me and gave me this little bear. And I was like, they like me, okay, I'll keep teaching. And then when I started here, my first year, I had no idea how I was doing. And then he called me in December, and he gave me this letter, and it was a letter of complaint from our HR director. And it took him 30 minutes to give me the letter because he wanted to console me before I even got the letter. And then we bonded because he said, I will help you, I will support you. And I said, thank you. And then the Wild West broke out, and, we moved on and learned a lot of lessons. And I would say that Manuel down there, I always say that Manuel knows how green I was. I was green. I had to learn every lesson the hard way here. So I'm more than happy to help Erin and bring her up as if she's 2 years advanced. And that's what I did with Michelle when she became a teacher. Told her everything I already knew so that you don't have to have the hard knocks that I had. So I'm happy to do that for you.
Actually, when Alyssa started, they put her in a conference room. She didn't have an office of her own. Paul didn't vacate his office for her. And so it was like closet, really, it was not good. So, and the day I had to write her up, I was here 3.5 hours with her. So, I hated that. It was awful. And,
Daniel, we have a new name for the conference room.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. It was on the table, if you didn't see the pictures today. So there was a huge storm here, and I didn't cancel the meeting, and all the board members came. The only one that wasn't on the board at that time, I think, was Manuel. But when I look at the picture, Linda's there, Jean was there, Teresa was there, and then Daniel was there, and then Catherine was there. That was so crazy. I felt so guilty after, like I nearly killed the board members. Because I made them drive in the thunder and the lightning and everything. But it was the coolest board meeting on the planet. That made me feel special that the board members came. We had something to approve that night. That's what it was. Yeah.
With the candlelight board meeting.
Our own school district actually canceled the class that day. So, but I have to make it over here for the board meeting.
we pledged allegiance to a flag that was on my phone. And we set up a flashlight in the middle of the conference room. It gave us enough light so we could read what we were doing. And yeah, that was wonderful.
But also President Bobet was doing hand figures and the flashlight. It was very entertaining.
Anyway.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Alyssa.
Oh, my pleasure.
And more.
And more.
Appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Yes. So this is something, the board presented to Alyssa during this afternoon's event. And so Linda, you should say how much work you put into it.
No, shh. Linda was an English teacher.
Linda, I think you should say something about it.
What? We all figured out what it should say, and I figured out where to put it. That's all.
She actually manually, draw these kind of things because the shop wouldn't do it for us. So she has to do it herself on that one. So it says, with profound gratitude for 11 years of dedication and creative service to the Metro Ed Silicon Valley Career Tech Education District, present SVCTE presented to Superintendent Alyssa Rich, and this is Linda's artwork.
Thank you again. These two are said that I needed to say this afternoon, but thank you.
Yeah.
With deep gratitude, period.
Thank you. And now we move on to the next item, which is the public comments. Do we have anyone on the Zoom? We don't have any voters here? No?
No, and we're not even on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
No,
Okay. All right, then the student report.
Jamiel Parker.
Hi, I'm Jared. I'm the CalWorks site supervisor, and I'm here to introduce our SVAE student spotlight, Jamiel Parker. He's been with SVAE since August 2023. He's your ideal student. He's
great at communicating with staff, teachers, his peers. He attends class regularly. There's one time on a Friday before our 3-day weekend, which not a lot of students come. I walk into the class and he's the only student there, front and center, ready to learn. He's not just a great student, he's also a great parent, a great husband, and he's always smiling. He always has a positive vibe, and I'm just proud of his accomplishments. He got his GED, taking CTE classes here, and he's also attending San Jose City. So here's Jamiel Parker.
Hello, how you guys doing? My name's Jamiel. I'm a father of 3 beautiful kids. My education journey started because I wanted better employment. I wanted to, have better employment. So, a good friend of mine told me that the dollars are in the books. The more you know, the better you will prepare. I was an 8th grade dropout, still working small jobs like stagehand and warehouses, lots of cooking jobs, washing dishes. But because of my background education being so empty, I got motivated to do something better about my situation. I wanted to do better, be better. I was going to a lot of different adult education schools, but I found that SVAE was the right fit. Within the first couple of days, first couple of weeks, the teachers and staff were just awesome. Like, there was nothing that I couldn't ask for and it wasn't given to me. Like, all types of information, books, whether I needed something to copy, made of, like, anything, everything. In the beginning, the process of learning, I hated algebra. That was the one thing that I always wanted to avoid. Anytime algebra, I just do it. So, but Mr. Stephen Lai, my teacher in my classroom, he's the one that made me like, okay, I like this. I can do this now, you know. Mr. Stephen Lai was the best teacher. He sat down with me and he saw my thought process, and then he saw where I was making my mistakes and he corrected it. But in the process of correcting it, he didn't put me down or shame me. He just made me feel like I can do this. Like, it was possible, it was doable. And then I saw that I wanted to do more algebra, more quadratic functions, more simplifying equations. I found that, oh, I actually like this stuff. Let me do more of it. My counselor, Ms. Nguyen and Mr. Sharon, knew that I'm usually the type of guy that just love to see my classmates. They know I love my community that I build. I like the atmosphere of the campus. I like it here at SVAE. So why not further myself? I'm in a good place around great educators. No other place I'd rather be. The classes here at SVAE are very informational, very supportive. I found myself telling my friends and family, to go back to school. Oh, matter of fact, why don't you come here to SVAE? Sign up for classes here. And again, also, that also goes back to Mr. Stephen Lai being just supportive of everything. And even the principal, Mr. Lars, when Mr. Lai was transferring out to a different district and going somewhere else, Mr. Lars stepped in and was helping the class. Because a lot of us didn't know, like, how to schedule appointments, how to go about all that. But Mr. Lars stepped in and we didn't miss a beat. And when I graduated, Mr. Lars was there to congratulate me. That right there was like special. Because like my last test coupon, the voucher, my last voucher. So I was like, man, my last voucher, the New Year's, I start over. And I got it. And it was the first person I was like, my ass. Congratulations. And he gave me a hug. I was like, oh, what? And then, so I'm also in classes at, I'm supposed to be in a class right now, but I decided to just be. So, yeah. Doing the Google class, the Google Workspace class. I'm also taking technician class later on in the summer. I highly recommend anybody to go to this school. It's a peaceful campus. All the teachers, like I said, the teachers, the educators, the ladies in the front office, great, awesome. I said, I'm also going to some city trying to take my A, political science and government. I'm 1 year away, so I want to get that done. I just want to say special thanks to Ms. Nguyen, Mr. Jared. They're awesome support group, people that I can count on. Mr. Lars. But it's the small things that count. And I'm grateful for them. Even when taking the food drive, because there was a moment I was going through some stuff, I didn't have no money, but Jared was like, hey, you know, okay, I'll go. So that within itself, the little small things, it always, this place is awesome. I just want to say that. Like, I can't even say enough, but this place is, it's a godsend. So.
Thank you.
Don't go away.
Don't go away.
So impressive about your story and people like you is that to go back to school and do what you're doing, nothing else stopped while you were doing that. You still have to provide for your family, still do everything you're already doing, and fit this in somehow and make it work. And there have to be times you're very, very, very tired. But you've made us all very, very proud.
I just wanted to say, I admire how you get it done. You get it done. I mean, you get those goals set, and you pursue them, and you achieve them. And look how much enjoyment you're having in doing it. I mean, we, as board members, we love seeing the change in our kids' lives, and how there's a light in your eyes. You're lit on fire. And it just means so much to us to hear it. Just thank you for sharing your story with us.
Madam President?
Yes.
I'd like to also comment that your story is deeply moving to me. It's a heroic journey, what you just described, and the journey that you're still on. So thank you for the difference you're making in ways you don't even realize. Thank you.
Once again, we want to thank you. Thank you for sticking your class and be here with us. That means a lot for us because we hear your testimony, we hear your story, and we hear how we are doing in the school district. It really gives us another testimony. We have these unsung heroes in the audience. All the teachers, all the staff, all the supporting one, and just all the gratitude to you, willing to go for the fight, go for the tough things, and then realize that education is the power. And best wishes for you, and then I'm sure, I'm confident you will do really well in the future. Do come back to tell us how your life journey is. Okay, thank you. Now let's move on to, do we have any